If there's a more fun way of putting money toward your big goals than using savings challenge books, I haven't found it. Today, I'm saving another $200 toward my retirement. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Today, I'm doing my savings challenge books that I do every Wednesday. I've got $50 that I'm going to put into General Greenback and the Frugality Force, $50 into Zodiac, Save with the Stars, and $100 into the Life of a Creator. Those numbers might fudge a little bit. Sometimes I go over, and that's okay. I will just take it out of the last book that I do, which is The Life of a Creator. But we'll see how things go. I'm going to get set up for General Greenback. We'll do that one first here, and we'll get going. First up is General Greenback and the Frugality Force. This is a savings challenge book that I created. It is superhero themed, and you team up with General Greenback and his team of superheroes, the Frugality Force, to take on Lord Larceny and his team of supervillains, the Swindle Syndicate. So there's all kinds of different savings challenges in this book. There's roll and save, there's scratch and save, there are color and save, and you meet a different hero or villain on most pages, and then as you get toward the end, there is an epic final battle, and then you see whether you can defeat the supervillains and conquer the world of savings that you're trying to take on. So I've got a clip in here from where I left off previously, so let me go to that. This is Fight Counterfeiter, and I've been reading these as we go through. I started reading them again middle way through the book, so I'll read them until I get to the end again. But of course, if you decide that this is something that you're interested in my Etsy shop, you can read these also on your own time. So here's Counterfeiter, and it says, "They call me the Counterfeiter. I may be young, but I'm going to prove to Lord Larceny and the rest of the Swindle Syndicate that I can trick anyone into cashing my checks. How much can I put you down for? How does $100 sound? Ha 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 ha." Over here it says, "This counterfeiter guy is nuts. No one is going to trick the Frugality Force into cashing any phony checks. Follow the righteous path and save some real money before this twerp hurts himself." So I've been going along the path, and this is just, you can do it as a color and save. I've just been crossing them out in the interest of time. Because I'm not that great at coloring, and it takes me a really long time, because if I do it right, I like to be extra detailed. So I'm just going to cross out the 9 here, and I'm going to set aside $9, 5, 7, and 9. And if you haven't seen one of these before, I just keep going until I get a 50 out, and then I stop. Usually, well, sometimes it goes over by a little bit, and that's okay. But as long as I get 50 out, that's what is most important. Here we are with Penny Protector. I'm going to take the clip out so that I remember to put it back in when I get to the $50. Penny says, "It's the little things that count, right? I may be the smallest member of the Frugality Force, but what I lack in size I make up for in heart and determination. With you on our team, there's no way Lord Larceny and his goons will be able to defeat us." Over here it says, "Smaller savings add up over time, as Penny always says. Scratch to save $100 to put toward a larger goal, like putting Lord Larceny and his band of bandits behind bars." So there's only 2 left on this one, and I am just going to scratch this one here, and we'll see what it says. So Penny wants us to save $9. So same as we got to on Counterfeiter. Get that cleaned up here. And I like to consolidate as I go along, so I need $18. So I'm going to put 2 back, take out a 1 and a 10. When I get to the end and I put this in the envelope, I also do a condensing of the binder at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, let's move on. And here we are with Misfortune. She says, "Looks like General Greenback's getting desperate if he let you on his team. At first, I was a little nervous when Lord Larceny told me the Frugality Force was looking for new recruits, but now that I've met you, I like our chances a whole lot better." Over here it says, "Sounds like Misfortune could use a visit from Miss Manners. Teach her a lesson by rolling 2d6 dice to knock out the numbers, saving the amount of each spot until they are all gone. And of course I didn't get my dice out, but they're not far away, so let me pull out 2d6s here. Probably get different colors. Yep, I did. A blue and a green. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So we'll give these a roll. And I rolled a 9. And I do have a 9 available. So of course it's a 9. I've had a 9 on every page so far. Sometimes the savings challenges just work that way. Okay, so I'm going to put 11 back and take out a 20. That will put us at $27. So we're more than halfway to the goal of saving $50. And we'll move on to the next one. This is Fundraiser. He says, "Oh, awesome, a new member of the team. Welcome to the Frugality Force. My name is Fundraiser, and I'm always looking for new ways to pile up my savings to keep the evil in the world at bay. Let's get to scratching so we can bring down the swindle syndicate." Over here it says, "Fundraiser is right. If we're going to take on Lord Larceny and his minions, we need all the savings we can get. Scratch to save $100 and help the Frugality Force build up enough resources to end evil." And just like with Penny Protector, there's only 2 spots left. I see the 9 is already taken, so I'm going to scratch down here and we'll see what Fundraiser says we need to save. Okay, $6. So I'll clean this up real quick. And then I will put 5 back and take out 11, because 5 plus 6 makes 11. So we're up to $33. We'll move on. Loan Shark. Aw, man, Lord Larceny told me there was another hero type looking to mess things up in our new favorite city. Well, don't get any bright ideas, okay? I got lots of debts to collect, and I don't like anybody messing with my turf, so scram already. Over here it says, ugh, anybody else feel like they need a shower after talking to that guy? He smells like a mixture of rotting fish and hair grease. Yuck! Color all the $10 torpedoes to put him out of business. So I'm not big on coloring, so I've just been crossing these out. Let me see if I can find that color. I think it was this one. So another $10 torpedo for the loan shark. So I'm going to put a 10 back and take out another 20. So that means we're at $43 with just $10 or $7 rather left to save. So we'll go to the next page. And here we're meeting Prosperity Man. He says, "Nice to meet you, teammate. General Greenback and I have known each other a long time, and I trust him with my life. If he says you're with us, then it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Frugality Force. Now let's go vanquish some evildoers." Over here it says, "Prosperity Man knows how to make his own luck by being cautious with his money. Help him battle the Swindle Syndicate by scratching to put $100 in a safe place far away from the villains." There's only 2 left, so I'm going to scratch the one on the right. Ooh, $15. Well, that's going to put us over our $50, but that's okay. I'll get this cleaned up here. And I will take out, let's see, I'll put 40 back and I'll take out 55. So in General Greenback and the Frugality Force this week, we're putting in $58. So that means that's $8 that I'm going to subtract from the $100 that was going to go into the Life of a Creator. And I will bookmark this next page, which is the Ponzi Pirate. So we'll meet him next week. Okay. So I'll set the book aside. I'll get out the binder. And we'll go to General Greenback, which is the second envelope here, or third envelope, rather. And like I say, I'll condense at the end, but for now, I'm just going to drop all 58 in there. We'll do Zodiac Save with the Stars next. I'll get that set up, and then we'll give it a go. This is Zodiac Save with the Stars. It is a astrology-themed savings challenge book that I created. It's got a spread for each of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, numbered 1 through 12, starting with Aries, which is the first sign in the Zodiac. So it's got number 1 down here at the bottom, and goes all the way through Pisces, which is the 12th sign. Aquarius, and then Pisces is the last one. Each spread has on the left-hand side a scratch-off savings challenges with the numbers 1 through 9 that appear exactly once, And on the right-hand side are 2 color and save challenges that you can make whatever you want. I've decided that the top symbols are going to be a D8 roll, and the bottom symbols are going to be a D12 roll. Some of these are already done, but I've got quite a bit left to do in this book, and so I am going to get out a D12 and a D6. I've already got the D6 out, I just need the D12. I'm not going to use the dice tower this week, just because I don't have all that much space, but I'm at least going to try to make sure that I get everything into the field of view here. So let's give them a roll. 1 and 1. Okay, so the reason why I roll a D6 is to tell me what I'm going to do on each spread. So 1 is a scratch and save. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to do a scratch. There are 5 spots left. So I'm going to roll the D6 again, and we'll see which one we scratch. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be up here. And let's see what we get. $1. Okay. So $1 saved. And let's see where we go next. Number 3 and number 3. I'm sensing a pattern. Okay, so number 3 is going to be Gemini, and the third one is going to be a D12 roll. So the way that I do this is I just color a little bit of the symbol, and then I come in later and fine-tune it, just so I'm not taking up all of your time with me coloring badly. So I'm going to roll the D12, and we got a 5, so that'll be $5. And yep, ready to move on. Okay, give them a roll. 6 and 6. Well, okay, so this is going to be another D12 roll because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're on Virgo. And it's good that we landed here because I haven't done all that many D12 rolls. In fact, I've only done 1 on Virgo. So let's see what Virgo says we need to save. $4. So I'm going to put back this $6 and take out a 10. And I've already colored that in a little bit, so we're ready to roll and see where we go next. 5 and 3. Okay, something different. So Leo, and 3 is going to be a D12 roll, so not that different. But I'll color in a little bit of the symbol here. Give the D12 a roll, and it's going to be $7. So 5 and 7, and we'll move on. Okay, 7 and 5. 6. 7 is Libra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a D8 roll. And of course, I didn't take out the D8, but it's here with all of my others. I think this is the D8. Yep. Okay. So let's give the D8 a roll. And it's going to be $7 again. So I am going to put back 15 and take out 22. Because 7 plus 15 is 22. So we're almost halfway there. Mark off a little bit of the symbol here. And we'll go back to the D12 and the D6. Number 9 and number 4, so that's going to be a scratch on Sagittarius, and there's only 1 left. And this one is $2. Okay? So I think I've got 2 more 2s here. Yeah. So I'm going to put 4 back and take 6 out. So more than halfway. And we're done with all the scratches on Sagittarius, so let's see where we go next. Number 11 and number 4, so that's going to be another scratch on Aquarius. There's 4 left, so I'll roll a d6. Number 1, there's the scratcher. $7. Okay. So I'm going to put 5 back and take out 12. There's 2 and a 10. And let's see where we go next. 7 and 4. I don't think we can do that. Nope, we can. That's a scratch on Libra. There's only 2 left, so I'm just going to pick one at random, and I will go down here at the bottom. And that is going to be $5. Okay, let's see here. Don't see, nope, nothing we can do. We'll just take out a 5. Okay, moving on. 3 and 2. 3 is Gemini, 2 we can't do because we've already done all of the D8 rolls, so I'm just going to roll them both again. 12 and 3, so that's going to be Pisces, and it's going to be a D12 roll. So let's roll the D12. And that says we need to save $9. So let's see. I'm going to put 11 away. I'll shoot. 10, 11. There we go. And take out another 20. So we're at $47. So I've got one more left to do. Just a little bit here. Okay, last one. 3 and 4. So that's going to be a scratch on Gemini, and there's 4 of them left, so I'll roll a d6. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down here at the bottom left. $8. Okay, so that's going to put us over, but that's okay. So I'll take out 42 and put in the 50. So $55 is going into Zodiac, Save with the Stars. And the $5 overage from this, plus the other $5 or $8 overage from General Greenback, means that I need to take out $13 from the $100 that I was going to save. Oops, wrong envelope. That I was going to save into the Life of a Creator. So the Life of a Creator will be saving $87 or thereabouts. This in here. Again, we'll come back and condense later. And I'm going to take out, while I'm in here, I'm going to take out the stickers because I'll probably need them for the Life of a Creator. And then I'll get all of this cleaned up. I'll bring out that other book and we'll do that next. I'm all set up to play the Life of a Creator. This is a collaboration savings challenge book that was put together by Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. I was one of the 25 or so people that she asked to participate by contributing a savings challenge to this book. I was very honored to be asked to do that. So when you purchase this book, you get the book itself, which comes bound and with stickers. You also get 2 sets of with scratch-off stickers in it for the scratch-off challenges. You also get these 2 sheets of stickers because these go with specific challenges in the book. And you also get a set of 7 dice. So there's a D6, there's a D10, a D8, D12, D20, D4, and a D10 percentage dice. So, or D10 percentage die, rather. So the color of the dice that you get will be random. I got kind of this marbly black one. It's not a color I would have picked, but I'm not mad that I got it. Like I say, it's random, so it could be anything. And so I am going to be using these along with the challenges in this book. And in fact, the first one that we're going to do is a dice challenge because that's where I left off last week. So it's the Let's Get Rollin'. Let me take the clip out here. This is one that Marlene did herself. So this challenge is where you choose a D4, a D6, or a D8. You roll the die 3 times, you add the first 2 rolls, and you subtract the last roll and save the total. So, of course, I'm doing a D8. I would even do a D12 or a D20. But I'm somewhat of a stickler for rules myself. I also believe in adjusting the rules to make savings challenges work for you. But for me, I'll stick with the D8. So let's give it a roll here. So we've got a 2. Let me get out a pen here. Next roll, a 3. So we've got 5 so far, and we're going to subtract 4. So that means we're going to save $1 for this challenge. It's interesting, it's gone 6161, but that's how they go sometimes. So $1 for Let's Get Rollin', and we'll move on to the next challenge, which is Kiss My Hiney. This is one of the 2 sticker challenges. It comes with a sheet of stickers. Half of them have numbers on it, and the other half are blank, so you get to decide whether you want to use the numbers that are already there or make up your own. I'm going to do both if there's enough room, but I'm always going to go with the highest number first, so the one that's left is a 6. So let's stick that, Let's stick that over here on her trotter. And we'll save $6. Actually, I'll put one back and take out a 2. Kind of condense as I go. Okay, and this is by Snow Gardener 307 and 307 Design Studio. Next is The Birds and the Bees. This is a 2-pager. This is a collab within a collab. It was done by Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. I left off here, so I am going to roll a d6 and see where we go this week. 1. So that will put us here, saving $2. Short and sweet. I haven't been moving very fast in this challenge. This is the 4th week that I've played it, and I've started here, and I've only gotten to here, so I'm always seeming to roll the low numbers for this one. All right, moving on. This is Bug Out. This is a color and save challenge that was done by Budget Nerd Co. or Reinventing Renee here on YouTube. And so I'm rolling a d6, but I've already done the 1, which is the body, and the 6s, which are the eyes. So I need a 2, 3, a 4, or a 5. And I've got a 5. So that is 2 antenna. Let me see here. What color am I going to do the antenna? I guess I'm going to do them black. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do them black since I did the eyes green. So, go like this, just for 1 antenna today. And I think I should have done, when I was doing the body, I think I should have, nope, the head is separate, never mind. Okay, so for that antenna, I need to save $5. So I'm going to put 5 back and take out a 10. And I'm going to check off 1 antenna. Okay, moving on. Next up is a scratch and save challenge. It says, I thought you said exercise. I thought you said extra fries. This is by Boy Mom Loves to Save. I've scratched 3 times already, and every single time it's been a dumbbell. You can choose your own amounts here, but I'm just using the ones that Lindsay has suggested. So far, I've not saved a whole lot of money, but there's a lot more to uncover to still save. So let's see. I'm just going to pick one at random, and I'm going to go over here. And it's not a dumbbell this time. It is a treadmill. So the treadmill is $3. Okay, get this cleaned up best that I can. So I'm going to put a 2 back and save 5, or take out a 5 rather. Okay, and we'll move on to the next challenge. This is a roll and save, and it says, decide on a savings amount for each color and write it on the paint rolls. Roll a die to find out which color you're saving. I didn't do this very imaginatively. I did the 1 is 1, the 2 is 2, the 3 is 3, etc. So I've rolled a 2 and a 4 and a 6, so let's see if I can get an odd number this week, maybe. Nope, it's another 4. So I am going to write in 4. And I will take out, let's see, I'm going to put all 17 back and take out 21. Okay, set that aside and we'll move on. This is a $50 savings challenge. It is by Golden Girl Budgets. It's a scratch and save. We have 6 spots left, so I'll roll a d6. And we're saving number 2, so 1, 2. Go here. $7 this week. I'm not usually a scratch completionist, but the ones on this page seem to come off pretty well. Well, that 3 didn't, but the others did. Okay, $7. 5 and 7. Moving along. This is another scratch and save. This is by A Little of It All. And there's quite a few left, so I'm just going to go at random, and I'm going to go over here. $7 again. So maybe $7 will be the theme in this book, just like $9 was in the Zodiac book. Okay, so let's see. I can put 3 back and take out a 10. Okay, we're up to $35 and we're moving along. Another scratch and save. This is Match Day. It's another $50 savings challenge. It's by Jaywhackers. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. I will roll the D8. Let's do that. Number 2. 1, 2. So we'll go right here. It's looking like $5 this week. Okay. Clean that off. And I'll put away $15 and take out a 20. Whoops. Only if I can put it in the right slot. Okay. So we're almost halfway there. This is Flip, Scratch, and Roll. Duck, Duck, Goose version. Flip a coin, choose heads or tails column, and scratch and roll. Okay, so I'm not flipping a coin just because I'm not very coordinated. So what am I going to do? I think I was rolling a d6, and it was like even and odd. I think that's what I've done in weeks past. So let's go with that. So odd. So I'm going to go over here. And we're going to scratch this. Okay, $2. And I'm also going to roll. So I think I was rolling a d6. I've got 1s and 2s there, so I don't know which one I was. And it's another 2. So I'm going to write in 2. And I owe $4 for this challenge, so we'll take out 2 and 4. Okay, and we'll move on. Another scratch and save. This says, once again, a work meeting that could have been an email. Sigh. So that is definitely a mood. There's 7 spots left, so I'm going to roll a d8. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will be $2 this week. That's not bad. So it's 7s and 2s that's been coming out. Okay. So I'm going to put 4 back and take out 6. We'll move on. Another scratch and save challenge. It says life is better at the beach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these left, so I'll roll a d6. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is by Budget with Mama Bear. And the last one, the sloth, Busy Lizzie's Budget. I don't know if I mentioned that. And this one was, I can't read this font, I'm sorry. Budget Paparazzi. Okay. All right, so $4 here, so I'm going to put away the 6 and take out a 10. And actually, I'm going to put away the 40 and take out a 50. We'll move on. This says Seek Balance, Not Perfection, and this is by Budget with Carly, so it's a scratch and save and a roll and save. I have scratched once and rolled once. So I'm going to scratch. I'm going to go over here. $3. Not bad at all. Oops. My vacuum must be full. It doesn't want to pick up all of the little crumbs. Okay, so 2, 3. Next one. 25 to thrive. Turn your dreams into plans and your can'ts into cans. So this is meant to be a habit tracker, and I've decided that the habit that I'm forming here is saving $5 every time I come up upon this challenge. Habit tracking just isn't really my thing, but I am perfectly happy to form the habit of saving. So I'm going to check off another cloud and put in $5 more. Okay. Next one, and I can't remember if I mentioned who this was, says 25 to thrive. And I'm guessing that's who did the challenge. Or, nope, sorry, Taylor Louise. Sorry, again, this font's tough for me to read. Okay, this is Laura Bell Creation, says suspect claims she has too much to do but lays down to nap instead. This is another scratch and save. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left, so I will do the roll and save. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right over here. $2. Easy enough. Let's see what I've got here. Okay, so I can put away 8 and get out of 10. So we're up to 60. We're going for 87. Next is a $50 plus dice roll. It says save up each dice. If you decide to roll, save that total amount. This cute challenge should have you saving over $50 in no time. And this is by pinkycloth.co. So I think I've just been rolling a d6 here. So let me give that a go. 2, and I have a 2 available. So I'm gonna put a slash through that, and we'll save $2. Okay, and we'll go on to the next one. This is Save to Sink. Save today for tomorrow's future. It's a $100 challenge, and it's a scratch and save and a color and save. And this is by Donna, powered by Creativity. And I think I'm going to scratch this week. I'm kind of saving these color and saves. I did one of them, but I kind of want to save these for like if I need to put in like the last few dollars. I can scratch, or I can color in one of these ones, or a 2 or a 3. So I'm going to scratch. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. So I'll roll a d8. And it's number 1. So I'll scratch right up here. Ooh, $10. Okay. I saw that it was a double digit and I was like, oh dear. But $10 is not bad at all. So I will take this 10 back and I'll put in a 20. So we're up to 72. And we'll go to the next challenge. Okay, this is the Rock and Roll Queen. And this is a roll and save. And you've got a D4, D6, D8, and D20. So I've been doing the D20s because I want to knock those out first. But I also don't want to go that far over. So I'm at 72, 87. So as long as it's not bigger than 15, should be okay. Having said that, it'll probably be bigger than 15. But let's see what happens here. 16, yep. Well, that's okay. It's only $1 over. I'm laughing because it's like I manifested that into the universe. So $16. And I'm just going to pull the 16. I'm not going to worry about condensing if that's even possible, because I'm going to do the big condensing here in just a sec. So I've written that in there, and next week we will start with my challenge, which is Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar, where you get to build the burger of your dreams. So I'm going to put the clip here so that I know where I left off. I will close up this book. And then I'll get the binder out. And I'm going to put the stickers away. And I will stuff the cash. But then don't go away just yet, because I will do a condensing here in just a sec. So come back for that, and I will try to make this binder as thin as I can. Okay, let's see what I can consolidate in this binder. So in the Life of a Creator, ooh, this is nice and thick. We have 100, 200, 300, 50, 400. So I know I can consolidate these. So let me put these aside, take out another 100. And then there's also 20, 30, 5, 40, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to trade these 2 1s in for a 2, and this 10 and 2 5s in for a 20. So 444. 4 is not my lucky number, but if it were, I would be really happy. I'm still happy. I like how much this book is saving me and how much there is to do in it. Like, I will be working on this book for a very long time. Some challenges are moving along faster than others. Some of them, like the one at the end, the pirate one, I think I'll be working on that, months from now, just because of how many spaces there are. So I like that there's a big variety of challenges that you can get done fast for a quick win, and ones that you can work on for a very long time for a much bigger goal. Okay, so let's go into Zodiac next. So there's already 1,000, 50, 70, 80, 5, 87, 88. So nothing I can consolidate there. Got one of every bill. So that's fun. Plus that big placeholder. But I've been working on the Zodiac book for a really long time, and I was putting in a lot more each week. So then we have General Greenback and the Frugality Force, which also has a 1,000 placeholder. If you like these placeholders, by the way, I do sell them in my Etsy shop. They come in a variety of different denominations and colors, and they're all sea life themed. So 1,000 is the orca, and they're all double-sided as well. So you get to pick whichever side you like. So 1,000, 50, 100. So again, I'm going to put these away right away for the 100. And then we've also got 10, 15, 20, 2, 3, 4. So just like with the other one, I'll trade in the 2 1s for a 2 and the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. So 1,124 in General Greenback. And I don't know exactly how much this book will save. I mean, I could tell you how much all the scratch and saves will save you, but there's also dice challenges in this book that make it a mystery. And then same with Zodiac Save with the Stars. Because you are deciding the amounts that you want to save for the color and save, it could be anything. And because I'm doing dice rolls especially, I have no idea how that's going to turn out. So that is it for the consolidating. I know it was brief, but necessary. I like to keep these envelopes as thin as I can. There are a lot in here because this also includes all the envelopes for game night, which is on Mondays. So I hope that if you haven't joined me for game night yet, you will do that next Monday and next Wednesday for another trip through the Savings Challenge binders. Also, every weekend, usually on Fridays, sometimes on Saturdays, I post my weekly budget updates where you get to see all the numbers in action, and you get to see how much I'm putting toward my Roth IRA and watch the balances grow with me. And that's what these challenges are for. So thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below. And until I do see you in the next one, take care.